It's November 24th, a couple of days after Thanksgiving, and a few more days since part two of two of Art Project. And I thought I'd let you know about the meta to account for my time, if you're interested. One of the reasons why I have waited for part 3 is because of a burning smell in my apartment and car, and then the horoscope that I read online. So I'm like, I'm gonna wait until this toxic burning smell goes away. So I've got 3 points of where fumes or something doesn't smell good. One, my car. When I took it to be inspected, there's a fume inside the car. What I've discovered is if I don't turn on the heat, I don't have any fumes in the car. So that's what I'm doing right now in winter. I'm running it without the heat. Until I could get the car fixed. The other thing that happened is after I put part two of two up, I had gone grocery shopping, and I had bought some apple cider, and I had some mulling spices, half a packet left from last year, and it had a little green rubber band around it, and I thought, why don't you use this? So I put the apple cider in a pot, and I put the mulling spices in it, put it on the oven burner, and it started to smell very toxic in the apartment. And turned on the fan, opened my window, checked the pot. I lifted the pot from the burner, and I could see that the rubber band got under the pot. So I put it on a different burner, the one next to it, thinking that would be okay. Still smelled the toxic burning rubber smell. Didn't discover right away that the rubber band was still under the pot, even though I put it on a different burner. So it didn't smell good for a while. I went to walk the dog. When I came back, because I had it on very low, it wasn't all just toxic burned rubber. It was sweet cider mixed with burned rubber. Anyway, my meta feedback is informing me, wait until you don't smell the burning. Okay. So what else? Then I read a Pisces horoscope, and it talked about burning, and I'm like, you know what? I'm waiting till I don't smell burning. Okay. Anyway, other meta, Mrs. Meyers, Meyers, came with Grove, and I have to say, it's a very ecological product, nothing toxic. It uses essential oils that smell fantastic, and I have to say it makes cleaning up my apartment so much fun. Okay, I really enjoy doing it. I selected 3 different multi-surface sprays: basil, orange clove, and honeysuckle. I would say my favorite is basil. Orange clove is seasonally appropriate in fall. I really like it. Honeysuckle's a little sweet for me, a little, not sweet, flowery. Okay. It's not bad. I'm sure it really is somebody's thing, but I have to say basil, that's my favorite. Anyway, but I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying cleaning. And I just never knew that there'd be so much simple enjoyment of spraying surface, smell good, cleaning up, and just being like, love it. What else? Thanksgiving. I ate what I usually eat. I may have had an extra cookie because I've discovered Strupel waffles. That's backwards. Anyway, they're really good. Yeah, I may have had an extra one of those. I may have started my Thanksgiving day with one of those and ended it, and I really enjoyed it. I had some free time because I was decompressing since doing part 1 and part 2, 1 of 2, and part 2, 2 of 2, which was quite a upload, okay, to upchuck, so it's behind me. And I was decompressing, felt I had the time. It was a holiday. I decided to clean. I started cleaning surfaces, and then I vacuumed, and then I realized I assessed my rug. It's dirty. This time of year in winter, gravel's thrown on the road, so is salt, and Minnow and I track it in. And I decided I would vacuum and steam clean. Now I have a Thermax, which I don't think they classify it as a vacuum cleaner because it has a washer filter. It doesn't have, you don't run it and then dust particles come out the back. But it can also be a hot steam cleaner too. And Thermax suggests you buy their rug shampoo. I decided to use my new method, Sage Beach or Beach Sage laundry detergent that I got from Grove, and I took a little, like a drop of detergent, and then I put hot water in a glass, and then I selected an area, and then I used the sieve of the Thermax to suck up the liquid. So it's clear. I think it's like plexiglass. It has a little slit in it, and so you can actually see the dirt. And so I'm like, hey, I still see the dirt. Let's do it this spot again. And did my carpet. I steam cleaned it, and it smells great. I have recently started to use my Precious Platinum Crystal. I have Precious Platinum China. I don't use. My reasoning is I felt the apartment is very casual, and that the china was actually a little too formal, a little too cold for this open studio. What I do use is I use Port Myron. They're from the UK. Seasons. So it looks like this. Has little leaves on it. And that's my everyday plates and dishes. What I like about it, it could go from oven to freezer. And I had purchased crystal and china. I imagine that's left over from growing up Mormon and being a receptacle for having a big family someday, okay, and having guests, So I think I have, could be an 8 or 12 piece setting of china that I don't use, but it was expensive, so I haven't gotten rid of it. But I started using the crystal glass. So I've got a large crystal tumbler with the same Precious Platinum design. Precious Platinum does not look like a traditional china. It looks more like a modern china. It's just platinum, silver, like a scroll with a dot, okay? Something for a little more of a modern, I would say, up-tempo sensibility rather than something traditional and pining for ye good old days. Okay. Anyway, I cleaned my carpet. I used the glass I had available, which is a nice precious platinum tumbler crystal. Put a drop of Method beach sage detergent in it, hot water, selected an area, and used the sieve of the Thermax until I could see it was clean. And that's how I spent my Thanksgiving. The morning, Minnow and I went outside, and when I woke up, it was single digits, which was a first for this year. It's a single digit. And we went outside, and I'm on Oak Street, and Congress is right on the corner, and people were running. Not just one, they just kept running. And I could see the street beyond, they were coming up. So we got, and I'm like, wow, all right. Well, you know, they got numbers on their chest, so it's a race. And Minnow and I are at the corner, and we can see an occasional dog, and I look at Minnow, and I'm like, you know, you want to go? We'll go run. We don't need a number. And so we ran. We ran with the people in the race for part of it, and it was fun, and it made me think that every day should be like that. You know, you go outside, you see the self-generated wind, and you get out there and you go along with it. You know, you go with it, and that was fun. What else? That's my meta. Checked my notes here. I'm checking my notes. If you wanted to know my meta, it's kind of like a little journal, just put it right out there and, you know, update. Brisk fun. That's how I called it. Seeing the race, people vigorous, and running to join in to run even.